Hey guys, Kevin here on the Run Cause It's Fun channel. Been a long time since I put a video here. Also been a long time since I've been running. Well, I ran once last week, but then there was like 3 weeks. Basically I've run like twice in a month. This is my second run in a month almost. Yeah, just haven't been running. And I need to. Excuses are like assholes. Everyone's got one and I've got a lot of excuses. So let's take you on a run. Sunday morning. Alright folks, before I run, I gotta take out the trash. So, pretty chilly this morning. Now, I'm gonna make this an epic running video today. I'm gonna edit it together this afternoon. I'm just using the internal camera on my phone, my iPhone, so it's kind of a small resolution, but I don't have much space left on my phone. And I'm gonna dedicate this to my friend Nick Ramsey, running in Gifu, because he's always on my case. Alright guys, I just had to stop there. My neighbor, my next door neighbor, he's also a runner. These were great guys in his early 50s. Looks much younger than he is. So he just stopped me. So I shut off the camera. He was looking at me pretty weird, the fact that I was talking to a camera or a phone, as people do. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna take you over. I guess this weekend is the grand opening of the Unpanman Museum here in Kobe, Japan, and this big area called Harborland, which they've kind of re-gentrified and renovated, and so nothing's gonna be open right now, but I'm gonna go run down there and check it out. Yeah, alright, so come along guys. Hey guys, check out this view. It's Kobe, all those mountains. That's Mount Roko. So I'm heading that way, and then eventually over there that way. But it's pretty beautiful, isn't it? It's so green now, the mountains. Awesome. Some really lucky people live up there. Keep going. Alright, so I'm coming up on a park called Minato no Mori Koen, and it's got a nice cushioned running track that's I think 460 meters long. And there's some kind of event going on here. I don't know if it's an informal event or a formal event. Maybe some kind of market or something. And yeah, I like this place. And no offense to soccer players, but the problem is in this park, it's one of the few spots in the city with a large flat grass field. So soccer players all come here and practice all the time, and they just totally destroy the grass, which sucks. It's like one of the few places with nice grass, so all the soccer players come and just like destroy the grass. So I don't know, I kind of get a little bit miffed with the fact that so many soccer players come here. And so I got nothing against soccer, guys. I guess I have a problem with people killing grass in one of the few places we have it in the city. But this is a great park, and as you can see, it's a great view. And again, this is a rubber running track. A little bit of a trail over here too. It's fun. So I'm about 2.5K into my run right now. Alright, let's keep going. Alright guys, great thing about running in Japan, you're not going to see groups dancing with flags every day. Pretty cool. Alright, there we go guys. Interesting stuff. Always. Alright, let's get back on it. So this is known as, Kyomachi Road. Check it out. In the 1930s. So this was, what do they refer to as the foreign settlement. So when Kobe, the port of Kobe, opened up to foreigners in the 1800s, most of them, the merchants, settled on this street, this area. So a lot of historic buildings with a lot of European architecture and influence. Big, wide open sidewalks for running. It's nice. Good place to run. Over there, Harborland. That's all the ocean right there, the harbor. That's good stuff. See, some pretty cool buildings here, aren't there? So there's a big park down here called Medican Koen, and that's like katakana for American. Medican Koen, because this building right here, this historic one on the corner, this in the 1800s was the American embassy or the American consulate. And now it's a big and tall store. So down there again, Medican Koen, which means like American Park. Again, this building was the American consulate in the like mid to late 1800s. And now it's a big and tall store. Alright. So, I mentioned earlier, beginning of this video, that I haven't been running. And a lot of that's got to do with my new job schedule, so it's been really hard for me to get used to it. My job, my shift is an hour later than normal, so I'm working, it's like a 9-hour shift. Plus it's in Osaka. So the commute's longer, so I gotta be there earlier. I gotta wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Now that I'm kind of used to the job schedule after a few weeks, I'm gonna try to get some runs in. I just have to make sure that I have like my lunch and my breakfast prepared for the next day, and I got everything packed and ready to go. Like all my clothes laid out, my shirt, my tie, all that jazz. So I don't have to think in the morning. I can just go for a run, maybe wake up around 4:30 or 5 and get up to a short run and come back and I can go. I'll try it anyway. Let's see how it goes. So right now I'm in Harborland, which is this big shopping area that was built in the late 80s or early 90s. And it's kind of, there's a wedding hall there, a bunch of people going to a wedding. And it's kind of just fallen into disrepair. Not so much disrepair, but like a lot of the stores closed. And since I've been there, it's not a very habitable place. Well, they've relaunched it, grand opening, filled with all kinds of cool stores. So Old Navy, the first one, Old Navy in the Kansai. Gap, all kinds of stuff. This is called Mosaic. Japanese pronounce it Mosaic. Very cool shopping area, tourist destination. Best restaurant in Kobe is in here. My favorite restaurant called Brasiliano. It's up there. It's an all-you-can-eat Brazilian barbecue place. Now, what's going on over here? I'm not going to think of taking my son to this place anytime soon. The Anpanman Museum. Anpanman is a very famous Japanese cartoon character, beloved by children all over Japan. And my kid doesn't really watch Anpanman, but he likes the character. And the museum's not even open yet, and massive lineups. I heard there was like four-hour lineup, 4-hour wait. So there's the Anpanman Museum up there, Anpanman Children's Museum, and yeah, so nuts. Beautiful day. Beautiful day to stand in line for 4 hours. Hey, I'm gonna go run along over here, guys. Show you some of the water. Oh yeah, so in running news updates, I've applied. I threw my name to the applied for the Osaka Marathon lottery, and tomorrow, Monday, the Kobe Marathon lottery opens up. So it doesn't cost anything to apply. You apply. It's open for about a month, and then a few months later you find out whether you get in or not. And then if you want to run, and this year they're about 3 weeks apart, so I'm going to run both if I get into both. There's the waterfront. Always awesome. There's Port Tower. So yeah, hopefully I'll have 2 fall marathons if I'm lucky enough to get into both. I don't apply as a resident. I don't apply in Japanese. I apply as a foreigner from abroad, the English website. It costs $20 more, but I think there's a possibility you might have a better shot at getting in if you're applying from, as a foreigner. But then again, I say that, but I didn't get into the Kobe Marathon last year, and I was a foreigner then, right? All right. So, okay, not all of my run is pretty, okay? These are elevated highways. Lots of those in Japan, lots of those in Kobe. Now, in 1995, when Kobe had the big earthquake, the Great Hanshin-Iwaji earthquake, which just flattened most of the city, these highways, a lot of them toppled over. They collapsed. And here I am running under one. Do I think about that when I'm running under them? You better believe it, guys. Alright, so the run is done. 9.23 kilometers, an average pace of 5 minutes and 10 seconds per kilometer. My legs are tired. I've definitely lost most of my running base, because I know this might be it's a lot for some people, but for me, if running 9 kilometers tires me out, then that's a problem. So I gotta work harder and get out more and stop making excuses and get out and run more often. That, and also, I'm probably about 15 pounds heavier now than I was 2 years ago, which I really don't like the feeling of that for me. That's not fun. Sometimes I get self-conscious when people walk by. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do. Yeah, so I just got to make the effort to get out more and run more. And look at that. There's a nice park right by my house. I take my son here to play often. good place for running with him. He loves running, so yeah. Alright guys, that's it for my big long epic running vlog. The first video I've put on this channel in months. If it makes you happy, Mr. Ramsey. Check out tomorrow night for running in Japan. Of course, you know, it was a crazy week for running. Last week, myself and Scott Brown did our Running in Japan episode 22 maybe, our pre-Boston Marathon episode. We were so excited and giddy about Boston, and then we finished up at 10:30 so we could both go and watch the marathon, and we wake up the next morning to find out there was a terrorist attack, a bombing, and then just yesterday they one suspect was killed in a big shootout, and then the other suspect was nabbed. So interesting to see how that story develops. A very sad week for running, but inspiring as well. You know, the first responders in Boston are amazing. They did amazing things, and you know, the solidarity of runners. It's not gonna, something like that won't deter runners. That's just gonna make runners want to run more and do more events. I still absolutely one day hope to run Boston. That would be amazing to bring my family to Boston for a nice vacation, and it'll happen. But I gotta run if I want that to happen. So I gotta be fast enough to qualify. And if I'm having trouble running 9 kilometers, I'm certainly not fast enough to qualify for Boston. Alright guys, take care. Kevin here, running in Japan again. Hope you enjoyed my tour of Kobe. And thanks for watching such a long video. For a minute. You hear that? That's a public announcement system. You see? These are all apartments. I live in one of these buildings. And they announce different things that go on. And I'm jaywalking. Beautiful flowers, huh? But yeah, interesting, huh? And luckily they just installed one of those speakers right on the roof above my apartment. So there you go. A little bit of Japan for you. And elevated train tracks all over the place, huh? Okay, alright. That's it for the running vlog today. See you.